Yeah, we were in Santa Monica, man. We ripped the shit out of that place. It was awesome. But we had like 2 bobcats in the restaurant. Like we had to find ways to roll it. We had to like build this uh like track contraption that came up the stairs. And the guy that was like security
Yeah,
for the
so it didn't
mall,
like rip the stairs up.
and we rolled 2 bobcats, like big ass bobcats, like up that thing that we built. And the security guy's there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like there's no one to call. You know what I mean? And you just kind of got to be
For a
like,
security guy?
yeah, he's there all
Oh,
night,
yeah.
but he's like the security guy. So he's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if I can.
Like, allow you to
No,
fucking...
I don't, dude. That's where you just totally are like, you just bum rush it. You just are like, no, it's totally cool. I already talked to him.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's been a little while. Sorry about that. I'm not gonna lie, we kind of ran out of things to talk about. So
He had some other shit going on too.
we just took a little bit of break.
Yeah, got
Also,
some new subjects.
just chilling, watching football.
Yeah,
Know.
there were some good Monday night games, so we
There
like,
were some good
decided to watch Monday Night
games.
Football
Well,
instead.
they kept on having the double headers, and it's hard to like
Yeah.
not, especially when the game's already started. You don't want to like stop and
Well, also it's like you're
rotate.
attached to our fantasy teams too, so it's like you want to watch that.
Yeah.
It was a couple weeks in a row. Like both of our games came down to like
Monday night.
Monday night. And that's hard to turn the TV off.
That
on,
is hard.
You know, that's the best part of it is like when your guys like out there playing. So,
You're like, yes,
fuck.
yes.
Or you're miserable because they suck.
Or, yeah, because all your dudes are injured.
Everyone's hurt and dead, killed. So today we're going to talk about we're talking about good jobs, bad jobs, jobs you might like to have. What are some of the positives and negatives of different
shit. Here we go. This is probably why this is so loud. I was wondering why it was so loud.
different positions and different jobs. I mean, there's obviously there's a lot of good jobs out there. I almost think like, you know, unless you have like a super passion for something you want to do, it's almost like you want to reverse engineer your career or your job to like what you want to do. You know, like, oh, I want to have my weekends off.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, if that's most important to you, then it's like, well, then you got to find some stuff that
you have weekends off at.
Yeah. If you're not like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, or I want to do this, that, or the other, whatever it is. If like you're super passionate, you don't care. Like you're more excited about the job than you are like what the job's even going to pay you or get you. You're just like, this is what I want to do. That's like a whole different thing. If you're lucky enough to have that, well, that's a really good thing, obviously.
Very true.
But if not, and you don't know what you want to do, you just got to kind of look at like what the job is and what it's going to give you. You know, oh, I don't want to ever work at night. Okay, well, you're probably not going to work in the restaurant business. No. You know, I want to work only in the day. Like I totally just want to work in the day and have no like weekends. Well, being in the banking industry is not bad. Because like the bank shuts down, and even though banks are open on Saturdays, like, yeah, you can go to the bank on Saturday, but like there's no one at the bank. Like that's just like an extra day to make a deposit. That's really all it is. So like you're working Monday through Friday, you know, bank opens at 9, it closes at 5. So you're working max probably 8 to 6, if that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a 10-hour day. So you're probably not even working that. You're coming in at 9 and you're leaving at like 5.
Yeah.
With an hour lunch break.
So you're getting your whatever,
you're getting
36 hours.
Whatever. You know.
4 days, 5 days.
Yeah, because like let's like Chase Bank, like the people that are tellers, some of the tellers leave and then they go over to get like one of the desk jobs. And that's more like financing and banking and people that are borrowing money. And then there's like, I was with a girl that I used to bank with at B of A. She's like, yeah, this is my last week. I'm like, oh, where are you going? Like, what are you working? She's like, oh, I'm moving over to the investment side. So obviously B of A has a full like brokerage firm.
Yeah.
And she's moving over there.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that obviously, financial services is obviously great. And the further you get along in it, the better it is. And you might have clients calling you on the weekend, but I mean, when the markets are closed, like the markets are closed.
Yeah, market's closed. Can't really do much.
You might have a meeting with someone on a Saturday or Sunday, but normally that's like some baller ass client that wants to meet and they flew in and you're like, yeah, let's meet at my place for 2 hours and then let's go have dinner. Well, that ain't a bad Saturday. You know, so.
Were there any jobs in particular that you liked, but obviously that you liked working more than the pay doesn't really matter what we're talking about, but were there any jobs that you liked doing?
You know, I think I liked almost all the jobs I had. I there wasn't a lot that I didn't. I mean, my first real job, other than like cutting lawns and doing landscaping in the neighborhood for like neighbors, which that was pretty cool because, you know, you worked for yourself and you know, you knew the people. So like you'd be like everywhere you went, like we're mowing the lawn, like the mom would come out and like give you a giant glass of icy cold Kool-Aid and like a sandwich or something. So that definitely had its own
Yeah.
little perks to it just because you knew everybody. But my first job was landscaping and beyond like working in the neighborhood and cutting grass, like we're talking like working on a landscape crew.
Yeah, like a crew.
And
Hourly and
we
stuff.
would like landscape giant apartment complexes and shit. And we'd like go to a complex and we'd be there like 7 or 8 hours and work on that shit all day. I mean, the work was brutal and I was only like 13, 14 years old. I mean, I carried around one of those giant like industrial weed eaters. So the job itself, like after about a week, I got pretty, like I was okay with it. The first couple days were rough. But I was
Yeah.
young. I didn't know. I hadn't, you know, I didn't know any better. I didn't know if there were really great jobs. I mean, almost every job I had, I really enjoyed for a while. I got really good at it. And there were definitely some jobs that I was like, okay, I don't want to do this for very long. Like I worked that temp service in Telluride. I worked on that temp thing for like 2 months,
Temp what?
temporary, like temporary labor. I couldn't get any other job. So there was this guy hiring. So like companies would call you to like do their shit, like do their shit work that they didn't really want to like pay or like ask their real
They're
teams
real guys to do it.
to
Yeah.
do. So they'd be like, okay, we just finished up this custom house, you know, in the ski ranches. And they'd be like, yeah, we need one dude for the day. And I'd call in and they'd be like, yeah, here's the address. Like, here's where you want to go.
And what would you do?
Just shit work, like clean up the work site.
Oh, okay.
I would like have garbage bags and garbage cans. And, you know, some of it was shitty work, but most of it was just like, and normally I'd go and I'd knock that shit out in like 3-4 hours. And then the guys would be like, you're done? You knocked this shit out, dude. That's freaking awesome. And everyone tried to hire me away. And the one time I
What do you
should
mean
have,
hire you away?
well, they basically are like, they watch you work and then they're like, dude, you're legit. Like you bust your ass. You want to come work for us? Because they're paying the temp service like $20 an hour for you and you're getting like 14 of it. And that's how the service makes its money. You know, they make money on you. Well, the natural inclination is for someone that finds a good employee like I was and is like, hey, dude, we'll take you to 17. You make 3 or 4 more. We pay 3 or 4 less. And you're one of
Yeah.
our employees.
Yeah.
So I was loyal to that guy. I don't really know why I was so loyal to him, but I just was. I was just because he was like, dude, everybody leaves me, man. Like everybody gets hired away, you know, if they're good.
And you were like, I'm just gonna chill in this temp.
So I
shit.
kept doing it, but then I ended up working on like one crew for like a month and a half, 2 months. That was like October. And that's like right when the snow started to fall. And those guys wanted to hire me bad. Like they're like, dude, just come over with us. Like I was like part of the crew then. Like I was hanging out with these guys. I'd like see them in town. Like, and they were all a lot of, I mean, the next youngest guy to me, I was like 22, 23. The next youngest guy to me was like 30. And then it was like up. I mean, that's what these guys did. They were like working on, they had, you know, there was like a framing group and then there was like a plumbing group and there was like an electrical group. But these guys worked for the builder. So they kind of like read the plans, worked with the team. Like, and I mean, they taught me all kinds of shit. They're like, yeah, go build that doorway. Like, here are the plans. And I'm like, build? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know how to build shit. And these ski ranches were fat. I mean, they were like 4 stories. Like, they were baller places. Because, like, there was the picture of it, like,
Yeah.
at the work site.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
what you're building. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so people would come by. I mean, people came by all the time, and they're like, what are these? Who owns these? And that job, I mean, that was just a cool job. And I would have, like, but they, like, you worked, you know, you had the weekends off, but you work Monday through Friday. You worked like 8, 9 hours a day. And then you had the weekends off. And I'm like, okay, well, I came here to snowboard. You know, like talk about what I wanted to do while the job. I need a job that you did work at night. Cause like, I'm snowboarding.
Yeah.
Like that. The only reason I'm here is to like be on that mountain. Like I got a ski pass. I got the good shit.
Yeah. So what happened?
So they were like, hey, you want to, and then it was starting to get cold too. So like there were times that one time we were up laying like tongue and groove plywood for the first floor of these like ski ranches, and like you're like 25 feet up, walking across joists open, laying down like liquid nail with like nail guns, and then laying down plywood. And literally my job, because I was like the new guy, would be just to like sweep off the floor joists, like because it was snowing so hard one day, like it was a blizzard. And I'm like, are we okay to like work in this shit? And they're like, yeah, the liquid nail's like made to be all
Like
season.
function in
Yeah.
seasons, yeah.
And they're like, all right. I mean, dude, and it was sketchy shit. You're like sweeping off to like lay a piece. So you'd like sweep it all off. They'd lay the glue. You drop it in. Boom, boom, boom. And then it was probably 30 degrees that day. So I'm like, I mean, they work all the way through the winter, man. There's no,
Really?
they're building. I mean, they're building. That's
That's
it.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And they were like, come on, man, like stay with us. Like you're awesome. Like work with us. We take days off when the snow's really good, but you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you guys, I came here to snowboard. So I ended up quitting that job. But I mean, that would have been a really cool job to stay with that crew. And the guy that was the main builder of the place is this total baller. His name was Don McLean. And he like showed up one time, like after I'd been there a month. He like showed up and was like, all right. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. We had just, you know, we were like getting, I mean, you only work till like 5 or 6 or so, but, and he's like, you guys are done. I'm paying everybody for the next 3 hours, but like, you're done for the day. Like, you guys are kicking ass. I really appreciate the work you do. And he went like in his back of his fat, like GMC freaking SUV and like pulled out a case of like Heineken. And we like went up, and the first story we had laid the floor the week before. So like we were now working on the second story.
Yeah.
And so like he's like, yeah, let's go up on the first floor. And there was like a staircase that was built. So we like went up there, and he like freaking pulled out a bunch of joints, and we like smoked out and drank beer and
What?
sat there and hung out. And he was like you just looked at him like he was dressed like super nice, like Telluride style, but like
And he was just like, dude, it's fucking rage and party.
yeah,
Like, we got
he
these
was
fat-
probably
we're
couldn't have been
building
more
these-
than 45 years old.
We're building these fat pads.
Yeah. I mean, and the guys that work for him all knew him, and they're like, yeah, all right, man, cool, let's go hang out. And he like sat up there with us for like 2-3 hours, just talking shit about the project and what we were doing. He was talking to me, like, where are you from? Oh, ASU. Like, I love Scottsdale. Like, we're smoking weed and I'm drinking Heineken. Like, the snow's falling a little bit. I'm just like, this is the sickest shit ever. And they're like, dude, that was awesome yesterday. Didn't you have fun? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I had fun. I was fucking getting paid to sit around and drink beer and smoke weed. Yeah, I had a blast. It's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
But I'm here to snowboard. And then I got that job at Garflunkies. I got another job at a restaurant that was like a nice restaurant. And they're like, yeah, go get the uniform. Like, I went online, got my like khaki slacks, a couple pairs, some shirts, the right shoes, and they never opened.
Damn.
Like, I just didn't know Telluride yet, you know, like that's just how shit was there. And so like I waited and waited. And then literally I looked in the paper, and it was like Garfinkel's opening like December 15th, looking for bartenders, barbacks, and servers. And I mean, I was looking every day because I worked at Baked in Telluride. I mean, that job was fun. Job was super fun. I mean, I bagged bread and cut bagels from 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would go to work in the
good
dark. Like, it would be dark out. I'd be like walking. There'd be freaking dogs running all over Telluride in the morning, like before anyone was really up.
It's kind of crazy, dude.
And so it did that.
What a weird time to be in that town.
It was wild. I mean, it just goes to show you like how small that town is, and like how like, you know, once you're in, like, you know everybody. Like, if everyone's like, oh, we're gonna do this is happening this weekend, like everybody does it if they're social and they're out, because like it's the only shit going on. And I mean, Baked in Telluride was fun. I learned about some baking. I did some cooking. You know, I learned some shit. And I wasn't a baker. Those guys were the bakers. They had been there since 2-3 a.m. Everyone was just so freaking high all the time. Then those buttermilk bars would come rolling off that freaking thing, and they were just covered in sugar, and everyone ate like half of what we were supposed to sell. That's
Like every day?
Yeah, dude, people just crushing them. And they were like this big. They were
People
like a
would just be
donut. They were
like-
like a cake donut.
You would just be fucking
Yes,
crushing them.
crushing them. Like people chugging coffee and like crushing freaking buttermilk bars high as shit. And they'd be like, yo, so-and-so gets here at like 10 a.m., like the guy that like ran the crew. So like right before 10 a.m., like everybody went outside and like smoked out. And then like came in because the boss was like coming in.
Did you get high before the boss came in?
Oh yeah, these guys were like, yeah, dude, it's cool, dude. He's cool, but like let's just knock it out before he gets here. So like it's better for us to be like working. He knows we're gonna be high. But he's like, it's better for us to be like working when he shows up. So it's like, all right, everybody's kicking ass. And I was like, okay. I worked with like one of the scariest fucking pieces of machinery I ever had, like a band. Have you ever seen a bandsaw?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a scary piece of machinery.
Yeah,
Okay,
I love it. Yeah.
this bread cutter was like 30 of those bands, and you like fed the bread into it.
And
I mean,
like,
if you pushed your hand too far in, it would
Yeah.
cut your hand in like 8
Yeah.
pieces,
yeah.
and it would like push it out the back. And it was so sharp that it just would go through it like it was butter. And then then it was kind of cool because at the end, then there was a plastic, like you had your plastic bag that was like had two things to like keep it mounted, and then there was a little fan, and that little fan perfectly opened the bag. So the minute you would like pull a bag off and twist it and throw it on the rack, that boom, it would be like, and the bag
And
would
then it
open
would
up
shoot
again,
another
and then
one
the
in?
bread you had it would drop it, and then you had to like push it in, and then twist it. I was a bread bagger, and then
That's what you did?
Yep, I bragged all that bread. And we're talking like I would help load the trucks because they sold bread all over, like Cortez and Ridgeway, Uray, they all over the Southwest. They baked was like a brand, and so yeah, I helped load trucks and do all that shit. But that job was fun. I mean, I didn't work that job long. And then Garfinkel's, I went down there. They had a house, that house that we're all like mooning everyone in. That picture I have, that's where they all lived. And then Mitch Garfinkel was in town for like 2 weeks when the restaurant opened. And that's when I met him. He was some freaking Boca Raton badass lawyer that had like 3 bars, like one in Whistler, one in Vail, and then Telluride was the 3rd bar he opened. And it kind of failed. It sucked compared to his other 2. The one in Vail's still there. It's like on the 2nd level, looks over the gondola. Like it holds like 1,000 people. Huge patio. Like it's monstrous. And then I worked for Garfinkel's, and I remember he's like, yeah, we're open in like 3 days, but we need help like setting up. Why don't you come down to the restaurant and help us set up? And the reason I got the job, or the reason they were even really wanted to talk to me, he was a huge Houston's fan. Like he loved Houston's.
Yeah.
Like he was like, Houston's the shit, dude. I eat at the Boca Raton Houston's all the time. And he's like, how long did you work? He said, it says here you worked there like 3 years. I'm like, yeah, mainly through college. Like that's where I worked. And he's like, you worked at Houston's 3 years? Because you can work there 3 years. You can work anywhere. Because that place is crazy. And I'm like, I know. I worked there, And then I talked about P.F. Chang's and all that. And he's like, yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never been. I mean, it was brand new. And so I worked there, and I was like basically bar back. And he's like, you're the bar back, but you could also pick up, there's no bartending shifts, but if somebody wants to like give up their shift, you can take it. Like you're next in line. Well, those fucking degenerates never wanted to work. So I was working all the time. I hadn't really bartend. I mean, I did the service bar at Houston's, but I had never bartended really. Definitely didn't know how to make like 60 different shots.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, people that were there partying, like we had a shot wheel and, you had to learn some shit. I mean, I learned it quick, but so I worked there and that was awesome. I mean, I worked at night. So literally my day was like 8 a.m. on the lift, snowboard all day, come home, take a quick shower, grab a shirt, and then hit the freaking bar and work all night. That job was awesome. I remember we were like, it was kind of like, like we have stuff all over the restaurant. He had a bunch of pictures from all like Whistler and Vail and all these different people and all this just memorabilia stuff that looked cool in a bar, kind of just stuff like this or whatever. And he's like, here, you know how to operate a screw gun? I'm like, yeah, totally. He's like, hang all these up, just make it look good. And then, alternate little and big and not all just pictures in one area and just like fill the walls. And I was like, all right. So I'm like working and doing my shit. And he's like, do you like to drink on the job? And I'm like, no, like not really. I've never really drank on the job. He goes, yeah, we'll have to change that. So like everyone just got fucked up like all the time. Like everyone was boozing all the time. Like people would roll in and be like, yo, Mark, what's up? Buying 6 shots. There's only 5 of us. Have one with us. And I'd be like, all right, woo. I mean, it was a free for all. I don't know how they made any money. I don't think they did make any money. Not at that one. And they just were trying to build the business. So.
Yeah.
So that job was freaking money. And then I worked across the street at another restaurant because they were like desperate. And they're like, we just need this one night a week. Can you bartend? And I was like, sure. And I knew all those guys that worked over there too because they would come into Garfinkel. So that job. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't really had a lot of jobs I really disliked. I think if I really disliked a job, I think the job I really disliked the most, as far as just what it was the last job I had before Crush Brothers. I mean, I didn't dislike it because the perks were ridiculous and the money was great, but like, I wouldn't have continued to go on and have a future doing it. I mean,
facilities manager?
yeah, like it was awesome for what was happening in our lives and my life. It was great, but the lack of, for me, I think it's hard. What I learned in that job was like, I need to be around like people. Like, I don't want to work my day and like interact with people on the phone and email. Like, that doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
And the job was great and the perks were great. I mean, you got to experience a lot of fun stuff because of it.
Yeah.
And so,
for sure,
there's a classic example of like certain people with certain things. And I think that, you got to treat, no matter how much money you're getting paid, like you got to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so to some degree.
I mean,
sure.
I don't think many people like hate the job and do it for 30 years just because the money's good.
You'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't, no, I'm not saying hate, I'm saying hate it. There's probably a lot of people. I mean, I don't think there's that many people that necessarily totally just follow their passions all the time. I think people are like, okay, I go get a job. Okay, it pays well. Okay, there's benefits. Oh, I got married. I have a kid and two, and now I'm locked in and I have responsibility and I'm just going to keep working this job and making my money and doing my thing and finding other ways to satisfy my passions for whatever I want to do. But I learned that I have to work in a business where I'm interacting with people. Like, I look at people that do like finance work, like sit in front of the computer and just grind numbers. And I'm like, I could not do that. Get really bored. Or like HR or like accounting or all those things. Like, I mean, we had a team of like, there were like 4 or 5 people on the finance team at True. We weren't even that big. 4 or 5 people in HR, 4 or 5 people in finance, 4 or 5 people in accounting. And there was like a manager or a VP of the accounting department, marketing. And like, these people just sat at their desks, man. Like, they'd take their half-hour lunch or whatever, but they just sat at their desk, grind on numbers. Yep. I mean, every time I walked by them, it would just be like spreadsheets. And they were just inputting information and data and like building reports and showing trends and doing all that kind of stuff, which was kind of cool because you got to see like, when you're in management, you just see the end result and you're kind of like, oh yeah, that's our P&L. Like, that shows how we did. It's our report card. But like, you actually got to see like all this shit has to roll up to get to here and all this shit has to roll up to get to here for it to make that report. And you're like, holy shit. It's like one of those epiphany moments when you go, wait a minute, there's like someone that does this? I thought it just sort of happened. So a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
But I could never do that. Like, you working the other day when I came up, like, you enjoy, you're like not even working. Like, it's not like work.
No, not really.
I mean, it's not that hard, but it is that hard because you're engaging with guests and you're doing all that and you gain some satisfaction of getting your work done, knocking things out and knowing what to do and being there for the guest, even if it's just 3 guests at the bar. Like, I'm going to get some money off these people and they're going to have fun. And I am proud of what I'm doing for them.
I create part of that experience.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I am responsible. Like, they had a better time because of me. I was attentive. Asked them, do you want this sauce or you want that? Do you want a refill? Let me fill your water glasses again. Like, you make it better. You're a big part of that experience. And I think that's a real passion. And so you're not even really working. No. There's parts of my job right now that I just hate and I got to find a way to like not do them anymore.
You got to pay someone to do that.
Yeah.
But someone else to do it.
But like, I hate the accounting side of it. Like this right here. Like, that shit makes me want to just kill myself. And that's why I'm 3 weeks behind. That's like 3 weeks.
Doesn't look fun.
That's like 3 weeks of shit. Now, I could do it every day, and it would take like 10 minutes to do the report. No. I always manage.
Why don't you just do like a monthly thing?
Well, it's just a lot of data. And my accountant wants that stuff on a daily basis. So they're going in, and they're not like spending all this time on our book. They go in and they do like, they have 50 restaurants. So they go in every day and do them. Well, my accountant hasn't done shit on my books for 2-3 weeks now. So also when there's questions or there's issues or there's challenges and problems, now you're looking 2-3 weeks back instead of 1 or 2 days. Way easier to find
Having it
problems.
be fresh, yeah.
When you go, wait a minute, what the fuck happened on Tuesday? Okay, well, I know who worked. You're not like going back 3 weeks in hot schedules.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just interesting, like jobs. Like there's certain jobs that I think would be really cool.
Do you think you could do dirty jobs?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of that. Like I
you know, like the show I'm talking about. You think you could do like a lot of those jobs?
yeah. Give me the right clothing or equipment or
Yeah. Do you think you could get down into like the is it like a sewage tank?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fazed by that. Like
No,
I
like
don't,
the smell.
well, I
No.
mean, I think when things are bad enough, I mean, it can become dangerous. So I think you'd have to have like respirators.
Yeah,
and-
yeah, I know, but you can. They say when you're down in it, you can still fucking just smell it.
yeah.
It's just so strong.
I mean, I could do it, and if it paid well, because I'm not
It pays
bothered.
pretty well.
Yeah,
That job pays pretty well. You're
like
going
those,
into
those
you're
guys
going
that
into,
pump our
like,
grease traps, dude.
highly contaminated,
Yeah.
like
Like the guy that
pits.
pumps our grease trap, dude. Like he's covered in shit. Like he goes home and is like covered in shit.
Mhm.
And I mean, like I
He
don't
goes
care.
home and takes like an hour shower because he's cleaning out like all of his
Yeah.
little like crevices and
Yeah, like
underneath
he,
your nails.
yeah,
and,
dude, it's not good.
yeah. 'Cause I mean, if you don't clean, like you're gonna get sick.
No,
So-
and you're just dirty.
and that too. But yeah, those guys definitely get paid pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, there's the guys that used to come and like pump our septic tank. Like I'd
Yeah.
rather do grease traps than septic tanks. I mean,
That's
septic
what I'm talking
tanks
about. A
is like
septic tank.
human shit.
Yeah, like I said, like a sewage, like
Yeah.
like where you gotta,
Yeah.
where those
Could-
guys gotta get down in those suits and like release the valve in the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, could I do it? Yes. And if the money was good and I could build a business around it that was thriving, yeah, because I'd get good at it, I'd know how to do it, and then I would be hiring people to go do the job because we'd have more business that I could do on my own.
Yeah.
But you'd be doing it at first, like any job, because like you got to do jobs at first.
Do you
You got to figure it out.
do you think you could do the where you go up like 2 times a year and like change the light bulb on those like huge towers?
Yeah, I don't have a height thing.
No.
You?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would be okay. I mean, knowing that like it's not gonna fall. Like it's not gonna fall. But I feel like feeling it being up there and feeling it
Moving?
move a little bit. 'Cause it's definitely moving like a good 5-6 feet, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
No, I mean,
you're
those guys-
feeling that. Even
not-
when we were up in the One World Trade Center, you could stand there.
Oh, you're
and
feeling.
you could
it.
stand there and you could just plant your feet and just really focus on like where like your equilibrium. You can feel that shit. It might not feel like 5 or 6 feet, but it definitely feels like movement.
Yeah, it's moving.
Like you can feel movement, and you're up what? How many floors?
120.
120 floors. I mean, that's not. That's kind of scary. In a big ass building like that.
Yeah, and it's like cement too, so it's like the cement's bending.
Yeah,
How's that
it's
possible?
a little
They say if it was solid, it'd break.
It would just snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's moving. It's like how? I mean, you look at cement and you go, that's just hard. Like it's like rock.
Yeah, it's like the math behind running on the road or running on the concrete. Like it does it's exponentially worse to run on the concrete
Yeah.
than it is to run on the road. But you get down to it and you fucking touch it and you're just like they're
Well, yeah,
both
like
fucking-
hard, like our hard
They're
dirt,
both hard as fuck.
like our clay dirt, and then sidewalk, and then asphalt. Like I'd be like, yeah, it's all about the same, but the dirt is so
No,
much
the
softer,
dirt is so much softer.
and it's like
on
rock
your
hard
joints.
too.
Yeah. So that's what's
No, I mean,
that's
I
what-
could
that's
do
what
those
would
jobs, but it'd be
what
like
would
cash.
bug me out. But yeah, those guys get paid $150,000 a year to go up twice.
Yeah.
The rest of the year, yeah, you're good, dude. Just chill.
Well, this
and-
guy Tommy Cedillo that I know, he runs like a crew that builds cell towers.
that
so
might
they-
be a little different though.
No, I know what I'm saying is like that, but they, they like go out.
Still kind of you're not up as high as those
No.
guys, but
But like you go out and like build shit. Like I would like to build shit. Building shit's cool.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I would love to be like a contractor on like custom homes.
what like in here and stuff,
Yeah,
like build all
like
these
build
homes
like
here?
a 6,500 square feet at
That'd be pretty
Silverleaf.
cool. Would be pretty cool.
It's risky as shit to be in home building.
Really?
Oh my God, dude. It's
Why
so
is that?
speculative.
Oh, because they
Little
just don't
downturn in the
know.
economy, you just don't know. I mean, guys go bankrupt all the time. You look at any of these, and even like the
How do
bigger
the
projects,
big firms stay in business?
they don't. I mean, there's
Like
BK,
Toll Brothers and like
there's
Taylor
just
Morrison
BK
and stuff.
everywhere. Yeah,
They
they
BK?
sometimes the big dogs don't anymore. They got enough deep pockets, and they, I mean, like Toll Brothers, they've got
Yeah, like Toll
nationwide,
Bros.
they got 30 projects, so it's not shitty
I
everywhere.
think that's crazy to think that like Toll Brothers, they have 30 projects, but their projects are like 30 different neighborhoods
Yeah,
that they're like
yeah, like
controlling.
where we lived. I mean, you're looking at Pulte, and you're looking at Del Webb. Del Webb developed it. Pulte built the homes, and like there were over almost 1,000 homes. I mean, and those guys got beat down. I mean, that project was in the middle of the worst real estate downturn in the last. I mean,
Do you
since
think
the
they
Great
made
Depression.
money?
I think they came back and make money. I think they have pretty big margins, and they just make less money. Like there's just less money that is made. But I think they always make some money. That was bad. I mean,
Why don't we build
Michael
more?
was struggling with Michael Lowinger was like struggling because he's like that's where he worked, and I mean no one's buying. I mean everybody who had a house is upside down, so like they can't get out of it.
I think that's crazy too. Is like you go into a financial crisis like that, and you don't even think about like you're thinking about your own situation, but you don't even think about how everyone else is upside down and like fucked on their shit too. Like
Yeah.
if they own a house with you.
Yeah, and you look at that, like he gets that job, like he was working for someone else, and they hired him. There's a sales manager that runs the office, and there's 4 or 5 agents. I mean, that's just built-in business. Now, you don't make as much as a real estate resale person does on the deal, but it's still captive. I mean, when things are good,
Things are really.
I mean, you're
good.
selling 15 houses a week,
Yeah.
and you're just waiting for those things to close, and your money rolls in. So I mean, that's a great gig, but man, if it goes south, I mean, because Jackie and Bobby and all those guys were in on that shit when things were rolling,
New builds.
and they were crushing it. And things went south, and what do? They freaking shit canned 80% of their sales force. I mean, that's the thing. Now, I mean, you're rolling one day, the next day you're out of a gig. I mean, there's risk in every job. You never know. Like people are like, oh, I work for this big company. You don't know. You just don't know. Things can happen.
Yeah.
Security is really, if you've got personal security, well, then you did a lot of things right, and you probably got a little lucky. But that's it. Like I talked to Sweeney about it before. I've been like, why have you never like built a house? Like built a spec home, or why have you never like flipped houses?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm in the real estate business. I sell and buy real estate properties. He's like, I don't want to be in any other part of it. He's like, I don't want my money to be in any other part of it. That's where I make my money, and then I take my money and I make money on my money in other places. I don't want to be like, okay, well, all my free cash is tied up in this home, and now my real estate business is kind of fucked.
Yeah,
things
like
are shitty.
I don't like
So-
shit where I eat.
Basically, like I made my money in this
I
place.
make my money in this sector, and I'm gonna get it out, and I'm gonna go put it in another sector.
Yeah. So if that sector's shitty and my money's not making much money, I'm still making good money here. And it's like,
It's like not having all your eggs in one basket.
yeah, it's like diversification in the market, but it's more diversification in the workplace.
The world.
Yeah, because you're like,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have my cash over here, I'm gonna have my cash over here. That way, no matter what segment of the economy just takes a total shit, if it does, well, there's probably another sector that's doing well.
Yeah. I have all the upsides.
You
all
know
the
what I mean? Like
downsides.
if you I'm in real estate, I own a real estate office. Okay, well that's going shitty right now. I'm gonna get into foreclosures. Like I'm gonna pivot and be like, I'm gonna learn everything I can about how to do foreclosures and help people like foreclose their homes and like move on
Yeah.
and get
I'm
like
surprised more people don't do that.
some do. It's a grind. It's like people that own title companies. I mean, you don't make that much money, but like once you get your system in place, everyone needs a title. There's the buyer's title insurance policy. There's the seller's insurance policy. My dad had owned a title company. He was a lawyer, but he owned a title company because he transacted so much real estate that he was like, we should own a title company. We'll do all our own work. And we'll also get other work just from people knowing we're doing it.
Yeah. And being like, hey, like we offer like
So it's like
title
vertical
services as well.
integration. Yeah.
Yeah.
We own everything up and down the whole system.
Yeah, it's like Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah, dude. Just keep buying shit.
We own insurance.
Now we own the top. We own the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, we own everything.
Yeah, so
You
it's,
can do all your business
right
here.
here. We'll help you out.
Right here. We'll help you out.
And people don't care. You know, all you got to do is disclose, like, hey, we're in like multiple businesses. We just need you to know that. People are like, I got to go to work tomorrow, and I got to coach soccer after school, and my wife's got to make dinner.
My little boy has a fucking science project due tomorrow morning.
I mean, I got shit going on. So
man.
you own a title company? Can you handle that too? Yeah, man, I got you. What are your rates like? Very competitive. You can look around, but I'll get you set up, and we'll see where you're at. Okay, dude, that sounds really great, and I'm never even gonna look.
Yeah, like how do you think a title job would be?
Shitty.
Sucks.
You're pushing paper.
How do those? I mean, man.
You look at like real estate agents.
I guess that's kind of a shitty question to ask, but like, man, how do those people do that? Because yeah, I don't think I could sit at a desk and just.
That's the thing. It's like, okay,
pound away
those
at
like
shit.
those like transaction coordinators that real estate agents use, which is the genius. Genius. You're gonna get a $12,000 commission, and the coordinator's $350. That's the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, you never want to push paper as a real estate agent.
No.
You know, go get your freaking hair trimmed up, get yourself a nice new shirt, and go work out. That's where you're gonna spend your time.
Yeah,
go pay the mom that used to be an agent in your office who now has a kid at home. You pay her to sit there and make calls when she has time to make calls and get that shit handled for you. So you're not even doing it. And she is happy because she's like, I can do this whenever. I don't have to go to the office. I can do it at 10 o'clock at night when the baby goes down. Once again, we're talking about like jobs. Like that job for her at that moment in her life is like, I got to be home.
Yeah.
I can throw in a load of laundry. I can do the dishes. I can cook some food. You know, my baby's up.
Yeah.
I can take a nap. I might be working from 9 to 11:30 on a Tuesday night because like I got to get this shit handled. But no one knows and no one cares. I'm paying you for the transaction. Whenever you want to do it, do it. I don't give a shit. I'm paying you for me to not do it.
Yeah.
So like for that person at that moment in that time, it's the perfect job. And I guess for me where I was in my life, the perfect job was that, traveling around the country, seeing cities, freaking eating good food and replacing tile floors. I mean, I learned so much shit.
I think that's so crazy that you were the facilities manager for all of True Food.
Yeah.
Like every single True Food was like, all right, I gotta call Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Hey, dude, can you fly out here? I need help with a project.
I need help.
All
like,
right.
I'm like, our staff is fucking pissed off because
this doesn't work.
Our fucking half our AC units don't work, and fucking we need help
Our
bad.
Guests hate
right
us.
now. Our guests, hate our guts.
I got you.
I'll be there tomorrow.
And it was just cool. Like I would just call people. That part of it was fun. Like when I would deal with people, it was the part I liked the best. But I would just call people and be like, "Yo, I need help," and they'd be like, "All right, I'll meet you out there tomorrow." And they'd be like, "Yep, you need 2 new units. It's gonna be like $60,000."
Cool.
Like, sounds good.
Send me the invoice.
Yep, just pay that shit. And then right as I was like finishing up, they started to be like, "All right, you got to get like 3 bids, and you got to do this," and it's like, yeah, I don't want to do any of that shit. I got my guys. I feel like the price is good, and they get it done the day of.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one guy, Mike, dude. He did everything up and down California for me, dude. And he would like make a call, and like 2 dudes with like bobcats would like be there in 15 minutes. You know what I mean? To just like rip shit up. Be like, "Yo, bro, where you at?" They'd be like, "Oh, I'm in Chula Vista. I'm an hour away." "All right, get down here. I need you to bust this out real quick." "All right."
I need you to like blow out this whole wall. We can demo this whole thing.
And then we'll take care of the rest. And they would like come and fuck some shit up and then load their rigs back on their thing and be like,
leave.
"Cool, Mike." I mean, no payment. I mean, he'd get paid later, but they'd be like, "Yeah, man, just get me later. I got you." Like it was very like bro hookup. Like everyone's on the gravy train.
Yeah, like everyone got paid.
We'll get our money.
Crazy.
I'm not getting it today, but I got enough projects.
Yeah, like I got enough shit. I got enough money right now where I'm good. But like I'm gonna.
Yeah, later on we'll figure it out. I just needed it done today. I mean, dude, armies of dudes would like show up, and then you'd see like, I mean, You look at some of these guys, and you
And
talk to them, and they don't
you're
speak a
like,
lick, and you're like, dude, where'd they find you at? Home Depot? Come on. But they'd be like the day dudes that were there for the day. And all they were doing is like sweeping up and
yeah, we talk about jobs like our beginning jobs, but like that's some people's like job, man.
yeah, I mean, this guy Mike, or the guy that did the tile work in, he did it in Denver, and he did it in Chris Lee, and he did it at the Quarter, and he had a crew, and they did other shit too for other people, but they were like his crew, and like he'd be like, "All right, when are we doing this project?" And I'd
Yeah,
be
what
like,
do you remember about your facilities manager when you were GM?
"Well, when I was a GM, I really didn't use those guys that much because I was like in existing restaurants, and I kind of handled my own shit. That's really why I got the job." Because they were like, "Well, dude, you already know all this shit. Like, you run some of the best restaurants we have. Like, you don't ever call. Like, you're never like, hey." I'd be like, I know guys. Like, even before I was the facilities guy, like, I know a tile guy. I know someone that can do a water
I'm gonna
heater.
give that guy my business.
Yeah, like hey, show up.
I run this fucking fat True Food. I need
Yeah,
this shit taken care
I
of
need it fixed
tonight.
Yeah, and then I
We
would
open 'em
call
all
the
morning.
facilities manager and be like, I got my guy. Like, he's gonna fix this shit tomorrow or overnight. We're paying an extra grand to do it overnight, but I'm gonna get done.
I remember that. The Quarter.
Yeah, and it's like,
They did
okay,
that flooring.
no, and I mean, and
They did that
Chris,
shit overnight.
Chris was more expensive most of the time than most other guys that did tile work. But the thing about Chris was, and that guy Mike Thornburg in California, those guys like they never quit. You know what I mean? Like every job like that on that magnitude is a fucking shit show. There's gonna be a moment, literally, when you're like, we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like no matter what. And knowing that is when it happens, you just go, well, yeah, this is that thing. This is that moment. Not even phased by it. Everyone's just like, yeah, dude, we busted like 9 of these tips on this backhoe. It's fucking, we can't get this shit up. All right. All right. Well, I got this other guy who's got this machine. I got him coming down. He's in San Diego, but he'll be up here in like 2 hours. And they'd be like, they just never quit. You know what I mean? They were like, this job's got to get done. Like, we got to reopen this fucking place. I mean, we got to scrape this floor, raise the floor up, and fucking lay tile all over, and then reinstall all the booze tables and chairs that are like mounted. And I mean,
That must have been a crazy build out for that.
when we redid the line, it was funny because when we redid the line in Bethesda, Maryland, they had built in like all the coolers, like they had mounted them in. They had like built curbing and like they were just mounted. Like our coolers at the restaurant, they all roll. Like the cooler takes a
Yeah.
shit, boom. I mean, 3 hours later, dude, you got a new cooler.
Yeah, let's roll that thing in.
Yeah,
Let's get going.
like let's go.
We gotta sell some
But
shit.
no, dude, this shit was like, and like water got in there, and then there were like fruit. I mean, it's just a mess. Like shit's got to be able to be removed. Like you just can't.
Yeah, why did people
Because
do that?
people want it to be like totally locked up. Like it looks awesome, it's tight. You know what I mean? It's like they build shit, and then there'd be like no ventilation for the freaking compressor because it's like built into the counter. And I'd be like, you guys, like they didn't put the little side vent where the heat comes out for nothing. It's got to go somewhere. You'd like open up the panel, it'd be like 180 degrees in there, and you're like, huh?
Wonder why
Cooler's not working, huh?
Wonder why all of our electronics are just fucking fried.
Or your shit's warm. Like why is my cooler at 53 degrees? Should be at 40, 38. Well, here's your reason.
Gotta let some of that exhaust out, man. That shit's kicking.
Yeah, you can't lock that shit in. It's got to go somewhere.
It's funny.
So like you learn a lot of that shit, but like we redid that line and we like moved the line. Like we had to like re-engineer the curbing and like redo the curbing and reset the counter. We did that like we were closed one day. So we started at like 9:30 at night.
At night. The night you
The
closed.
night we closed.
Yeah.
And then it was like 36 hours. Like people were there working for 36 hours. Because then you got like, we had to lay concrete. So you had someone like, you got to coordinate that someone's going to show up with a boom and concrete like at this time. You'd be behind. And then they'd be there and they'd be like, fuck that dude. I got a fucking another job to do. And they'd be like, no, fuck you. You're staying. Don't go anywhere. You leave, I'm done. You know, like I'm toast. So there was that. I mean, and then Mike always had like cash on him. He'd be like, give someone like $200. He'd be like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Like,
Are you serious?
oh yeah,
Holy shit, that's fucking ballers.
yeah.
Fuck.
He'd be like, yo, you're not going
Yo,
anywhere.
man, you're staying on this
This
job.
is for you. This is when your boss bitches at you. This is for you to take that beating.
Yeah. I'm paying you $200
Cash. No one knows.
to say, fuck you.
Fuck it. Hey,
I'm here to work now.
I had to stay.
Yeah, I had to stay.
They kept saying they're close. I know. I you know, blah blah blah. Like make some shit up. But you ain't going nowhere. You don't let dudes walk off the job. No. They walk off the job, dude.
They're gone. You're not getting them back. You can't get them back.
Dude, they're toast.
Because they're going to the next job, and then after that, they're going to the next job.
Well, they're going home.
Well, that too.
And they're turning off their phones. And they're like, fuck you. I work.
I'm going to bed.
Know.
I just worked fucking 14 hours. Fucking trying to flatten out this concrete.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd always work, you know, like when I was doing those projects, like I was like there working, you know, just helping them clean up and just, I've always thought that that's just always a good play. Mike was too. And Chris, I mean, they worked. They weren't doing most of the job, but like they're there working, you know.
Yeah,
when there were big things like
being like, "Yo, man, what's that?"
Hey,
like, let's get
I'll
that shit
sweep
figured
this
out,
up.
or...
You move on to that. Let me do this, or let me do that. Yeah, when we were in Santa Monica, man, we ripped the shit out of that place. It was awesome. I mean, we had like 2 Bobcats in the restaurant. Like we had to find ways to roll that. We had to like build this track contraption that came up the stairs. And the guy that was like security for the
so
mall.
it didn't like rip the stairs up.
And we rolled 2 Bobcats, like big ass Bobcats, like up that thing that we built. And the security guy's there at like 3:00 in the morning. Like there's no one to call. You know what I mean? And you just kind of got to be
for
like
a security guy.
Yeah, he's there all night.
Oh yeah,
but he's like the security guy, so he's like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I can
like allow you to fucking.
No, I don't, dude. That's where you just totally are like, you just bum rush it. You just are like, no, it's totally cool. I already talked to him. It's good. I talked to him early. We thought this might be an issue. He said it was cool.
Yeah, we're gonna roll these fucking Bobcats.
Yeah, and just trash the stairs,
yeah,
like on Santa Monica's freaking $1 trillion mall that just got built. Yeah. So sometimes shit would get like fucked up. They'd be like, dude, I'm in so much trouble. I'm like, I'll fix it. Just chill. We got to get this shit done. I mean, we have a 7,500 square foot restaurant that we pay rent on here.
Yeah.
It's $40,000 a month.
Yeah.
Sorry, we fucked your stairs up a little bit.
That's kind of savage, though.
You know, like
nah, man. We already talked about this, man. We're good. They said it was all right.
They said it was good.
They said it was all right.
We thought there might be this issue, and they said,
"Are you sure, man?"
Yeah, totally. As they're like setting shit up, and they'd be like looking at me, and I'd be like, no, you're good. Go ahead. Let's go.
I gotta get my fucking restaurant open
That's it.
to yesterday, motherfucker. Yesterday, I should have had it open.
Yeah, the COO it's 3 a.m. and by 5:30 he's gonna be calling me. So let's go.
It's so funny to think about. Do you think you could do that job?
Yeah.
You'd be a security guard?
No, fuck that.
No.
You're asked to like make all these decisions because shit just gets thrown at you and you have no power. You know what I mean? Like you're just fucked.
So now you don't think you could do that?
I would not want that job because most of the time you're just sitting around on your ass.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing was like I'd like go back to my hotel in Santa Monica was like 2 blocks up, which doesn't seem like far, which it's not. But with all the homeless people there, dude, it was like the gauntlet. And there would be just people like screaming at you. Like you'd be like walking home at like 4 a.m. Like I'm just gonna go get like 2-3 hours sleep, shower, a little bite to eat maybe, and come back. And people would be like, I'm coming to get you. I'm gonna get you, man. And I'd be like, okay.
You just saw me, man. Like, damn.
I'm just working, dude. I'm working. I'm not holding you down. I'm not suppressing you or oppressing you.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Because they had just put that train that comes from downtown LA right to the pier. So like everybody who's homeless in LA just was like, woo, Santa Monica, I'm going to live there. That's nice.
There, baby.
Right on the beach. Yeah, so those jobs are fun, you know, but doing that stuff's kind of fun because you really get an idea of like, you know, we're all so like conditioned in society to like see the fat shit and be like, yeah, this is fat. But when I go to these places and I look around, I'm like, someone laid that concrete. Someone laid those pavers. Someone put that tree in. Somebody freaking had some fucking giant ass crane out here to get that shit figured out. I mean, I don't even like flinch.
Yeah.
Now when people
No, that's
like
cool though.
we did our
That's cool to have that
HVAC,
perspective.
like we did that HVAC at the restaurant. We did not miss a beat. I called a guy. I was like, "Yeah, you guys got a crane?" They're like, "Yeah, when do you need it?" I go, "I need it out here in the morning at like 7 a.m." They're like, "All right, we got to pull it off another job." I go, "How much is that?" They're like, "It's an extra $300." I'm like, "Cool." Roll out. And I mean, they didn't, and the HVAC guy shows up. He's got his truck. He's got the
You
HVAC
got
in the
the
back of it. And
unit,
he's like, "You're
yeah.
getting the crane, right?" I go, "On the way, bro. Don't even worry." And boom, the crane came out, craned the freaking HVAC up on, or first pulled the other one off, set it on the ground, craned the other one up. We all went up there, situated it on the little table or whatever. And crane guy, like freaking, he had those
Dude, those
giant
guys are
bars.
actually pretty talented, to be
Dude,
honest.
they know their shit.
They
and
know how to fucking control that thing like it's their fucking
Oh
hand,
yeah,
dude.
they're not even phased.
Like,
This
they're
is
just
like
like,
that shit's like
yeah,
light work for those
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
It's like
Just the HVAC unit.
It's like
Yeah,
that
that'll be
is
like
shit.
30 minutes. Man.
Yeah.
That'll be like 30 minutes.
I mean, the
Do
setup's
that.
everything. So like they basically come and there's the fucking like Phoenix crane or fucking whatever. And,
Yeah.
they're putting out those extender bars that go down to the ground. I mean, it's like an hour of setup to even be able to use the
To
crane.
use the crane, yeah.
And then they got to like take pictures and send them to like OSHA. And be
OSHA.
like, yes,
Yeah.
everything's done right. And then but the work, dude, literally they're like, boom, boom, boom. All right, break it down.
All right, break it down. Let's go.
Yep. And they leave.
We got to take this back to the other job.
And that guy goes and does, those mobile cranes. I mean, they'll do 15, 20 jobs a day.
Yeah.
$2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. I mean, the crane's $300,000. So, that's the expense. But
10 days of like 15 jobs at $2,000 would pay you back for your crane.
yeah,
It's a pretty good gig.
that's a great gig. Those crane dudes, that's all they do. They do the crane.
And that's all they do.
And they don't.
That's pretty crazy.
They don't touch anything else.
Paid, dude. They get
Like
paid.
they are responsible for the hook.
And now it's getting even crazier where the people are starting to be able to operate heavy machinery from like out of state.
Yeah.
So you can just be like on fucking vacation and all you need is like your USB joystick that you plug into your fucking HP computer and like your camera and like your face cam and you're good. Like, let's go, baby. I saw some guy on TikTok.
Yeah, but that's
not
like
too
badass.
long
Like,
ago.
that's a
Oh
cool
yeah,
job.
totally badass. You're still
Once
operating.
again, you're
the crane.
working from home.
Yeah, you're still operating the crane.
Yeah, what's the difference?
You're
from
just sitting there
on-site
on
or
your.
not?
You're just sitting there on a couch watching Kardashians, and you're lifting 30,000 pounds of fucking steel rods through the air.
Yeah.
Fucking across the country.
All right, we're on to the next.
Right on, man.
Yeah, I mean, so like that part was really neat about that gig because it's like you saw like how shit got done. Because you really get an idea of like when it comes down to it, man. Like you got to have people that kick ass.
Yeah.
Like you can't have little fucking pussies.
Especially if you're in a reputable business.
Like
sure.
you got to have people that are like can do. Like, how did you do that? Or how are we going to do this? I don't know. It's going to get done. But the jokers that just replaced our like $5,500 freaking water heater.
What, at the restaurant?
Yeah.
You just got that fixed or something?
Yeah. It totally blew out. It blew out at the perfect time. Set at the 3-comp sink, finished out the night. Next morning they came out. But dude, that thing's elevated above the mop sink, okay? And it's big. It's not, and now it's 7, 8 years old. Toast, and it's full of sediment. So like, it's heavy as shit. I go, how are you guys gonna get that down?
Did they drain it?
Oh yeah, they drained it.
Yeah.
But still, dude,
So I think it'd be pretty light.
like
Besides all the sediment. The sediment's pretty fucking.
yeah,
that's
but
what
not much
most
of the
of the shit
sediment
is,
came
right?
out. It's
What, it
still
was
in
just
there.
fucking rock solid.
Yeah, literally, the thing weighed like 400 pounds,
That's not bad.
and
I
you're
thought it would've been
pulling
more.
it down.
Thought it would have
And
been
I
more.
said, I don't think it was
400 pounds.
That's
pretty light.
a
I
brand
think, for
new
a water
one.
heater.
No, that's the old. The brand new one was like 300. The old one might have been more like 5. But
You got a whole new water heater.
Yeah, it's all brand new. So I looked at it and I'm like looking at it and I'm just like, and they're rigging up this like freaking catapult system like that is ghetto as shit. And I'm like, you guys, I ain't telling you your business, but I'm kind of worried about you getting hurt. Well, sir, we're insured bonded. I go, okay, I realize that. But like, you're still in my building and like, I don't want you to get hurt. Like the shit you're trying to pull right now is some janky ass fucking maneuvering. Like this is a big thing. If it falls on you, it will kill you.
Probably, yes.
And so like, no. So I told him, I said, go get, I don't know what it's called. And he's like, what, like a come along? I go, well, it's like a come along, but it's not called a come along.
What's a come along?
Come along is like a, you know, the like tie down straps that have the little handle on them.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it through, and a come along is like a big version of that. And it's got an arm on it. And like the setup is like bigger. It's like, it looks like a giant like reel of a like fishing reel. And it still has like straps, but they're much stronger. And you basically, let's say you're trying to like pull like whatever, you're trying to pull like a corner of a house together that's really old, and you know it's pushing apart and all that. So you screw in two major bolts at the contact points, and you like, it's the arm's this big. So you're like just like a tie down strap, but like on a bigger scale.
Huge.
That's a come along. And they could have been used in this thing, but to set equipment, I don't know what this thing's called, but it's got like two sprockets on it, and there's like chain that goes up and down like 8 or 9 times. So like when you're like you're pulling the chain, it's slowly raising something like really slow. But because you use the levering of it and all that, it can handle the weight. Now you're doing it a long time.
Yeah.
But that's great because it doesn't move much. And I'm like, in the piece of I've never owned one of these things. Like I've never had one. Like I've never done enough of like setting of equipment to
I like
own
want
one.
to see what this piece of machinery
I'll
is
look it.
like.
I'll look it
It's
up.
Fucking sounds
It's badass.
weird.
It's badass. You just have to have like a connection point. Like when they set our ovens, like our ovens came in on their sides. Well, you're not like going to get like 8 dudes to like lift the oven up and then put the legs on it. You're just not. Like there's no way. It's too dangerous. So you end up rolling, because the thing was on like a pallet. You roll it to where you want it to go, and then you connect this thing. Okay. And normally guys that do a lot of it will have like 2 of them. You know, they're like $400 each, but they're like chain, and then the 2 like sprockets at one up top and one at the bottom. And you just rock the chain, and slowly they rise up. So when these guys did our ovens, so you raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, and then the guy attaches something to the other end, and he starts doing that on his end. So now that oven is getting raised up there while this one's just static. And then you get it here, and then they connected the legs, and both the guys were just like, so the thing does all the work.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pulling on it, but like, you're not like,
yeah, no, it's the whole levy
it's
system.
A lever system.
Yeah.
And that's what does the heavy
It's
lifting.
just so much lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got like, it's got, and
it's like in the gym when
yeah.
dudes will be on a weight rack, and there will be 4 different pulleys on their one weight stack, and they think they're lifting 190, but they're realistically only lifting like 60.
Yeah.
Because it's like they say every pulley is half the weight.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is. So there's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 pulleys.
And the small one that is the
and
main
it'll break
mover,
down like 1,000 pounds into like 50 pounders.
It's exactly the same mentality. And they're badass. The chains are like bright silver, and the pulleys are like red.
Yeah, I bet you it's like sick because it's got to be like fucking
it's badass.
Indestructible.
So like the guys are just there doing the pulley. It takes a little time, but like they're not working that hard.
You gotta look that up.
The right piece of
I'm gonna
equipment.
have to throw a picture of that in the video here, just
And
so people can see the piece. Of machinery.
So I told those guys, I go, dude, you need this. I go, I don't know what it's called. They're like, yeah, the thing's like $400, and I'm like,
yeah, it's
your
worth it.
Your company doesn't have one.
It's worth it. Yeah, you're insured and bonded, and you don't have one.
Yeah, you guys got $1 million bond, but you don't have a 400 piece of freaking levering equipment. I go, and how many of these things are elevated? I go, restaurants all the time have their shit elevated because they don't have any room.
Yeah,
like this would be a good thing to have. Like when Sherman and I ran that shifty ass business, Compton Construction, we bought all kinds of killer equipment because we'd get jobs and we would not be equipped for it. We'd be like, oh, we got to buy this. One of the coolest things we had the 2-man auger, and it had the spinny thing that dug a hole in the dirt, and then you hung onto it with each of you hang onto one side, and it was for building decks.
So you get the posts in the ground?
Yep. So you dig the holes, then you put in a like cement footer, and then put the cool ass like metal clamp on the footer when it's wet. And then when you came back the next day, all your footers were ready to go. And that's when you start attaching like wood and putting bolts through them and fucking building a deck. Because we built a deck that went from like 18 feet in the air all the way down to the ground level where their pool was. So it had like
that's
3
pretty
levels.
fucking nuts, dude. You built some fucking crazy
Yeah,
shit,
we never
dude.
we didn't know how to do shit,
Like
dude.
you guys were kind of savage, dude.
We were all, once again, we were just like, I don't know. They were like, how did you learn to do
Kind of
that?
crazy. It does. It is. It's kind of crazy because I couldn't even imagine. Like
Now it's even
I
easier.
couldn't even imagine. Oh, dude, I bet it would be, dude. How do we build a deck? All right,
Now is
cool,
more like, back then was like,
let's fucking AI
all right,
this
I know
shit.
some shit.
Yeah, like we got to get like foundations and
Yeah.
like this and maybe like a couple other things. I'll get a rundown on how to build a deck.
But people were coming, people like come out and they'd be like watching us do shit. And they'd be like, all right, man, you guys know your shit. Right on. And you'd be like,
yeah, yeah.
and as we disappear for lunch into the back of our freaking box van, we had 2
You'd be
lawn chairs in
"What
there
the
and just
what the
fucking
fuck are we
smoke
doing,
out.
dude? What are we doing, man?
We just
How
like
we gonna
smoke
figure this
out. And
shit
sometimes people come and knock on the door and be like, you guys in there? There's like weed billowing out from underneath the freaking door.
What? And you'd be like, yeah, we're
Yeah, we'll be
fucking
right out.
crushing lunch.
Finishing lunch.
Did people not give a shit?
Dude, people were just like, whatever. I mean, you like construction people, I mean, you just let people do their shit, Like, are they good?
Why is that though?
Are they good?
Right. You're kind of right about that.
Just
Though. Why do
you-
people not mess with construction?
Because people can't do that shit. And when you know how to do anything and there's someone there that does, you're like, I'm kind of like hostage.
yeah, I'm kind of like at their whim.
Yeah,
All
like
right, yeah,
it's like when you take your car in, like you don't question. You're just like, oh fuck that. They said that's what's
I
broken.
gotta pay it. Yeah,
You're gonna pay
yeah.
$1,000.
It's like this CV boot on my fucking front driver axle that I have to get repaired tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck it is. They just said I need to get it repaired when I got my oil change, so I'm going to get it repaired.
Yeah, you don't. You're hostage. And that on people's
Yeah,
houses.
and they're like, yeah, if you don't like get it fixed and your car just starts fucking leaking like oil and fucking shit out of this like axle, basically the point where like your tire and the braking mechanism connects to like the main piece where
yeah, and there's a
of your
bag.
whole
There's
car.
a there's a
Yeah,
rubber
and there's a
bag around it.
Yeah,
And that is
around it,
filled
like,
with
protecting
fluid.
it. Protecting
There's probably
it
a
from,
crack in it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what it
CV
is.
joint boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we fucking replaced those things. Sherman knows all kinds of shit, dude. We built all kinds of crazy stuff.
That sounds crazy, but I mean, your shit sounds badass. So
It was
I mean,
fun, and that's it's just the
there
mentality of
some-
like get it done.
Are there some things that you built back then that are still like in use?
All the decks we built are
Really?
still there.
Really?
Yeah, like I've been home and I've driven around and try to find the neighborhood, but we only built like 4 decks. That one deck that we built that was like big, which was a little sketchy. Like we brought in Jonathan's dad a little bit on that one. Cause like you're attaching like a header to the side of their house.
Yeah.
It's a sliding door that's like 20 feet up. So like they're walking out onto a deck that's that elevated. Like we were like, all right.
We gotta make sure this shit's like fucking good, or we're gonna fucking
Peel off the building.
peel off
just
like half the
crash.
building, or
Could
just
kill
like,
someone.
or someone just fucking falls straight fucking down
Yeah,
20 feet.
just someone gets killed. We need to make sure the engineering's right. We got to figure it out.
I just think that's fucking.
It's not like you
nuts,
just fell
dude.
off the deck and like
It's a
you
sad,
just fucked
savage
it.
thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's savage.
So yeah, most of that stuff. Well, we painted a lot of houses. We actually worked on a rental house of Mike's way back in the day. He called us up. And he was like, yeah, I got these guys out here. And he owned a house in German Village, which was like an older neighborhood. And it had these old wooden gutters. Like back in the day, they used to form like wooden gutters, which is just stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? And they would put like tar inside the gutter, like where the wood was. That would kind of protect it from the water.
So
And
it
then water
push
would run
everything
off.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. But old school. But he called someone out there to be like, yo, because he had a bunch of like rotted bad areas of it. And we looked at it and we were like, dude, this shit's fucked up. Like, we got to tear a bunch of shit out. It's all rotted. He goes, yeah, they told me it was going to be like 20 G's to like have the whole house done. Cause like it's custom woodwork
Yeah.
to maintain the house. I'm like, why don't you just say fuck it and get a regular gutter? He goes, just the house has more value. It's a historic site. Like I want to be able to rent it and then sell it as this historic site. And if we start fucking it up, it won't be, it will lose value, more value than just the value of the gutter.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, what do you want? And he's like, I want that shit to look legit because I'm going to fucking sell this thing. I go, so you just want it to look good. Like, you don't necessarily need it to like last. Like, you just need it to look good. And he's like, I just need that shit to look good. I'm like, are you sure? Because we can make that shit look
We can
good.
make that shit look real good.
It'll look fucking great. It'll look great here in July. It'll look money. Come fucking November, I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like. Oh, I'm going to have it sold by then. Okay. We're not going to charge you 20 grand. So me and Sherman like freaking used a bunch of wood Bondo and freaking re-engineered all these like 3 or 4 spots on this
Little
gutter.
joints and shit. You're just like, fill that shit.
Yeah,
in,
fill that
like,
shit in. We like cut off enough to get to like solid wood
Yeah.
or decent. It
like,
was all rotted,
replace it.
but good enough.
Yeah.
And then we, one time Mike came out and we were like, I mean, it was tall too. You're on like a 20-foot ladder working.
Yeah.
And like, we needed like, there was some missing pieces, like parts that were not even there. And if you spread the Bondo, the wood Bondo putty or whatever, it would harden. I mean, it would basically make like wood.
Yeah.
But you had to have it on something so it had the ability to
Yeah.
harden.
Adhesion, yes.
Okay. So we basically had like a case of Bush beer like in our van. So we took all the Bush beer out and threw it in the cooler that was in our van because we always had like brewskis like ready for when we were done with the
Still on
day.
the job and fucking.
Because we would like roll up the door
Crush
and
a
just
beer.
sit in our freaking lawn chairs that were in our box van and just like freaking listen to music and like have a beer at the work site before we left. People would come out all the time and be like, what the fuck are you idiots doing?
Usually like fucking hanging
We were like
out,
having a
man,
beer,
just
man. We're done for the
finished.
day. Like
Just
we
finished.
cleaned everything up. We're kind of organizing and just kind of getting our shit like ready, having a beer. They'd be like, all right.
Right on.
But he
man.
came out one day and there's just like Bush beer, like a box of a case of beer that's like formed all along it. And there's like Bondo on some of that. He goes, is that like a case of Bush beer? I go, well, no, the case of Bush is in the cooler.
But
That's
you
just
used the fucking cardboard.
Yeah, the cardboard.
To what?
So like half of these gutter holes that we fixed just had like cardboard over
And
top
like
of them.
some like wood.
And then some wood putty.
Some like woodcrete.
Yeah, and Sherman would like shape it to match the shaping of like, because it had like molding on it. It was like nice. But he would like reshape it with the stuff. And it took 2 or 3 days to do because and it's not supposed to be used for like that much volume. So it would like crack.
Yeah.
So it would like crack. So you'd go back in and do it again and again. And he'd be like, I'm out of here. He goes, I got to be able to sign the freaking disclosure statement that I don't fucking know that there's anything wrong with this house. So I'm not even coming back out here. When you guys are done, just come show me.
It's just like, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking, let's fill that shit, baby. Let's get that shit done, man.
Dude, I mean, literally, it said like Bush Light, like sticking out of like the carton.
You didn't think to like flip it the other way?
I don't, for whatever reason, he just like got started.
Bush on the gutter.
Yeah, it was on his gutter. And like Kathy would come out and like bring us like food and shit. And she'd be like, what are you guys doing? Like checking out. She'd be like, is that like a case of beer? Like a beer, like a box from a beer? Yeah. Yeah. Is that like okay?
Is that up to standard?
Is that okay?
Up to
Yeah.
standard? Yeah, right on, man.
Mike said he wanted it done. We getting it done. I mean, he paid us like $6,000 to like do all this shit and like paint the house and do all this stuff. And he threw in like an extra $1,000 too.
Mike said he's paying us $6,000, man. We're getting this shit done.
Yeah,
man.
like I gotta knock it out. He wanted it done. We got it done. You know what I mean? And he was like, "Yeah, it's cool, dude. Whatever."
Dude, you've always done some fucking shady shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm not as shady. Like Sherman's super shady.
What? He'll just be like, "Fuck yeah, let's just use
Yeah,
that bush
Sherman
box.
does not
Let's just
give
use that bush box." Like,
Zero. That
we'll
was
just
totally
fucking
his
fill that
idea.
shit in.
And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Well, we got to use something." He goes, "You want to go get wood and like cut the wood perfectly to match all this shit?"
That's what you should have done.
He's like, "That we're gonna get into like real costs." You know, Mike only wants to pay us to do this because we gave him a bid for like, shady ass Compton construction work.
Yeah,
know?
like we'll build that shit for like $500.
Yeah,
we'll
like
fix that shit.
Yeah, it'll look great. Like 20 grand for new gutters or us. What do you want?
Or us.
You guys
Compton
look good at this
construction.
point. And we fucking fixed that shit up, dude, and painted it up. And he sold that shit like a month and a half later. And someone
got fucked.
come spring when it was just raining for freaking 2 months straight.
Someone got fucked up.
Just deteriorated and just fell apart.
Someone got fucked up.
Yeah, and then someone. And it's funny when you're doing like demolition on projects like that because like you really get an idea for like how fucking fucked up shit is. Because that's when you get to realize it. But that guy's been gone for 10 years.
You're right.
When you do demo and you like break into shit, like break into a wall and you're like, who the fuck? And everyone bitches. Like everybody's like, who fucking did this? Look at this fucking shady shit. I'm like, stop. Because you get to the end of this project, bro, I guarantee that bolt that is like 4 inches longer than it needs to be, that you just attach like 19 washers to the end of it so it's the right length. So don't even go there. Like we're trying to get some shit handled and drywall is going to go over your shadiness. Fuck you.
The 19 washers on this fucking one
because the bolt's too long.
Crank it down.
Yeah, the bolt's too fucking long and I can't cut it because it'll mess the thread up. So I'll just put washers on it until it tightens up.
That is fucking awful.
Yeah, but whatever, it's fine. It's holding in place. Yeah, dude. You got to get shit done. People want their shit done. Did they want their shit done? And they don't always want to know what the fuck is going on.
That's good shit, though, man. I think it's a good spot to end it on. This is
all right.
This is pretty good. This is a good one. This was long.
Yeah, so, I mean, me personally, like, I just love that shit. I love projects.
Hey, man, maybe my job on Wednesday that I have to do will be fun.
Yeah. Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
You'll learn a bunch of shit, dude.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm hoping to, and also I was like, maybe I don't want to do it. And then I was like, maybe I should go do it to figure out if I don't like doing it.
Also, the thing is, like, I mean, these guys that are like handyman and just like do little shit, like you could probably have your own business in McCormick Ranch. And you could be like, okay, look, I charge for some jobs. I charge for the job. I'll give you a bid. And other jobs, I just charge by the hour. And dude, I guarantee, because most people are such fucking idiots that are doing shit like this, because they're just high and drunk and they don't go to work and they don't show up, just like any other stupid business. But you probably could make 100, 200 grand a year in McCormick Ranch.
Oh, for sure.
Just doing,
I would say at least 100 grand a year.
Just doing, you have your one truck, buy some tools, get whatever you need as you go. And after your first year, dude, you probably have every fucking tool you'd ever need. We did. I mean, we had so much shit because we were like, okay, well, when we built the deck, they were like, yeah, we got to put these footers in. Like, we're not going to fucking dig those holes with those fucking diggers. There's no way. The 2-man auger was like $350. We were like, let's buy that. We showed up with that on that first job, dude. And those people were like, fuck yeah. You guys got the good.
Okay, you guys got that good shit?
Got the good shit.
Yeah. All right, man.
So.
We'll see you at lunch.
But once again, it's like, that's a job that like you might like it. Like I like it.
Yeah, no, like that's what I was saying. I was like, all right, I'll fucking.
I mean, dude, it's something as simple as like hanging a curtain rod, you know, or hanging pictures or putting up a shelf in some person's place.
Yeah.
I mean, like John never wanted to be handy, never cared, didn't want to do it, didn't want to deal with any of that shit. So Pam was always like out finding people to like hang her shit up. When I'd come to town, she'd be like, will you come over? I got like 5 little projects. And I'd grab my tools. I'd go over there and I'd be like, all right, got to go to Home Depot.
Yeah.
Grab all the fucking hardware, come back. Normally at least one more trip to Home Depot. And, but you get shit done. And people are willing to pay for that because they're like, I want this shit done. I got more money than I have knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this. So like, I have to have it done. I saw a guy today at the bank and he had his truck. This truck was fucking GMC, brand new, lifted, fat rims. I mean, the thing was huge. It was like a monster truck. All brand new. Like the rims were like 24 inches. I mean, Jesus. I'm just like, what are you doing? And on the side of his thing was like, so-and-so's freaking AC and heating contracting. And that's just some dude that started his business and now he's killing it. Mm-hmm. Because, dude, HVAC, it's a non-negotiable here.
It's not negotiable.
You can't be like, oh, it's going to be a warm summer because this isn't working real good. No, you could die. You know what I mean? Like, it's so hot that, like, it's not, there's no, like, we'll tough it out.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no toughing it out. It's 118.
AC, yo. AC. Need that shit.
So thank you all. Dirty Jobs.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, that was our episode today, man. It was a good one, actually. A lot of good, insightful shit.